order of operations. So some of you learned, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, which basically just stands for, it's a way to remember parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And those are the order that things are done. And the reason I'm making this video is because many kids in middle school learn this, and they think that multiplication comes before division. But they actually have equal weight, and you work from left to right, whichever comes first. So you actually could write it this way, PEDMSA, because the D and the M have equal weight. It wouldn't make for a nice acronym, because instead of saying please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, you'd be saying please excuse dear my Sally aunt, which makes no sense. But the problem is that division and multiplication have equal weight, and you work left to right. Same thing with subtraction and addition. One does not come before the other. You just work left to right. So what I'm going to do in this video is give you some problems to work out. I'd like you to pause in between, try them. So this problem says 20 plus 6 minus 3 times 2 minus 4 squared plus 8 divided by 2. So pause the video, try this, and see what you get for an answer, and then come back and I'll work it out for you. Okay, so here's how this problem goes. I have parentheses, so I've got to deal with that first. All right, that's the P, and please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And that gives me 6 minus 6, because within the parentheses I have subtraction and multiplication, and I've got to do the multiplication first. And 6 minus 6 is 0. So all of that equals 0. I also have this exponent over here that I've got to deal with. This is minus 4 squared, and 4 squared is 16, so this is minus 16. Be careful with that. Some people think this is a negative 4 squared, which is positive 16, but you're actually subtracting 4 squared. Plus 8 divided by, let me just write it out, and then I'll go back and do the next step. So I dealt with the parentheses, I dealt with the exponent. As I look across here now, let me rewrite this like this. Plus 8 divided by 2. I've got addition, subtraction, addition, and division, so I've got to do this division first. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And now I've got addition and subtraction, and I work left to right. So 20 plus 0 is 20, minus 16 is 4, plus 4 more is 8. So hopefully that's the answer that you got. If it isn't, please go back and check your work and see where you made your mistake and learn from your mistakes. I want to point out that this order of operations, the reason it was created by mathematicians was because you could give this problem to 20 different people and they would come up with 20 different answers, as some of you probably got a different answer than 8. And so we just, most things in mathematics are logical, but this is a man-made, and we created this simply so that there wouldn't be chaos and we'd all get one answer, because it should always just be one answer. Okay, so here's the next problem. Pause the video and try it. 16 minus 8 divided by 4 times 2 plus 10. Okay, so working left to right, 8 divided by 4 is 2 times 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. So this whole thing here all equals 4. Some people might have said it equals 1, because this is where kids get confused. They think that 4 times 2 is 8. They think multiplication comes before division, and then 8 divided by 8 is 1. This does not equal 1, it equals 4. So I've got 16 minus 4 plus 10. 16 minus 4, again, we go left to right. 16 minus 4 is 12, plus 10 is 22. So hopefully that's the answer you got. If it isn't, that's okay, because we're still learning. Okay, 2 more. Pause the video, try this one. 3 times 5 times 9 minus 7 squared plus 16. Okay, so I have to work within the parentheses. And within those parentheses, I have to deal with this exponent. So that's 7 squared, which is 49. So I've got 5 times 9 minus 49. I just like to write every step so you can see what's happening. 5 times 9 is 45, minus 49. And 45 minus 49 is negative 4. 3 times negative 4 plus 16. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Plus 16 is 4. So the answer is 4. And one more for you to try. Pause the video. 20 minus negative 3 plus 3 times 4 squared plus 6 times 11. Okay, so I got to do what's in parentheses first, and within the parentheses I see addition and multiplication. 3 times 4 is 12, plus negative 3 is 9, and I've got to square that, and so that's 81. Now I've got 20 minus 81 plus 6 times 11 is 66. And now I can go left to right. 20 minus 81 is negative 61 plus 66, so the answer is 5. Okay, that's order of operation.